Oh, don't want to do that. All right. Okay, where was I? Going to the haunted tower. So you've been up to, Cam?
Not too much. Went to see what's it? Christopher Titus, so that was pretty fun.
Yeah, he seems like he's kind of been reemerged. I mean, he was like he had a show. He had his own show, like 20 years ago, and I feel like I'm seeing more clips of him and stuff. So that was good.
Yeah, apparently he's got a new comedy tour, so that was fun to see. You got to see it at the Chicago Improv. It's a fairly small, like dinner and a show place.
Nice. You go by yourself?
I went with my dad actually.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
That's nice. Yeah, I've been doing more like comedy shows here too, and because I'd never been to a straight comedy show until this year now. I don't think, and I haven't seen anybody big. They've got like comedy showcases here in the DC Improv, and so they had like five kind of semi not particularly famous people like do like a 10-minute set or something. Those are usually pretty good. I've been to two of them. At the first one I went to, like the guy, you ever have those like those delusions or whatever, and you're just like, oh, I could be a professional athlete or I could be a comedian or whatever, and then you see somebody who's even just a low level like comedian just totally have the entire room falling on the floor basically, and I'm like, wow, I can never be at that level, and that's just some guy. um that's how I felt.
Oh yeah, like even the opening act was really good and telling a bunch of jokes. Yeah.
I saw, though, I did pay for tickets to go see he's just about my favorite comedian, honestly. His name's Sam Morrell. I don't know if you've heard of him. Um, he's moderately famous, kind of. He's getting bigger though. Um, he does a lot. I don't know how to explain. Like, he's pretty deadpan, I guess. Delivery,
Hmm.
lots of relationship stuff, lots of like screwing up relationship stuff. Stuff about being Jewish. He's Jewish, not like religious Jewish, but so Titus was good, huh?
Yeah. Titus was really funny to see in person, especially because he's got such an animated. He's just a very animated guy, and so
Yeah,
he's doing like a lot of big gestures and everything.
yeah.
So like seeing him was a lot more than just hearing him.
Okay. I mean, I think I saw that I think I saw that he was coming around, so I might check to see if there's tickets to see him here. Because I thought about it. Because
Yeah,
I
maybe
also,
worth it.
I didn't know it, but he's putting out a lot of really political stuff too. Is what I've been seeing on YouTube and stuff. Like a lot of political stuff.
Oh yeah, his show was extremely political.
Yeah. Wait a second. Are you
It's
serious?
actually pretty funny because Robert was also looking at it, and I had no idea until afterwards. Like we almost just went to the same show without saying anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that would have been pretty funny.
Let's see. There's no audio coming in. Let's see. It's always something, Cam.
Yeah, this is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah. Hello. Hello, hello. Oh yeah.
Hello.
Oh, God. Hold on. And the freaking capture card's not updating anymore either.
That's no
My life
good.
is such bullshit. I love re-adding everything every single time. There we content that the people like to see. Me fucking around with trying to get it to work. Good luck, young feller. Did you watch Game of Thrones at all?
Nope.
Damn, Cam. Night of Seven Kingdoms just wrapped up.
Oh yeah.
I stay current on my Game of Thrones news.
Yeah, I thought there was a spin-off series or something.
Yeah, they made like it's only 6 episodes long, 30 minutes per episode about. It was really good. And it's not even technically like all the dragons are dead at this point, so really it's not really any true high fantasy elements in it. It's just more like medieval, you know. Yeah, I don't think there was any magic actually. And it was good. It was like a lot more like low-key show than Game of Thrones having all the epic, you know, consequences and stakes and all that shit.
Hey, hey!
you ever watch the Titus show? It was probably a little too old for you. I feel like it was on in like 2002 or something.
Jeez. Was that long ago? Yeah, I haven't seen any of it. I've been meaning to check it out because Robert mentioned it too.
I remember it. I mean, yeah. I mean, I remember it being funny. But, you know, when you're 10 or how old I was. What are you playing tonight?
I wasn't really playing a game. I was just reading a manga for now.
Oh, cool.
Thinking about what to play. I was trying to get Minecraft working, but that was just not working at all.
You played Minecraft before? You a big Minecrafter?
Yeah, I played it a bunch before. Especially modded Minecraft.
What mod?
Oh, it's a whole list of mods. There's like 20 of them. But yeah, it's like a whole mod pack.
Me and go through and play like Skyrim again with mods or something.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
I mean, I started to play it with mods actually on Xbox, and they had like a whole new like spell set, like whole new skill tree. I was like, oh shit. Because really, I mean, Skyrim's a great game, but really the skills are not that interesting, you know? It's like, oh yeah, 20% more damage, you know? Like, and then, so yeah, I guess the modders went through and diversified up the, spiced it up a little bit, you know?
Yeah, which that's nice. Especially because I feel like, yeah, the really annoying part is that you spec it into one weapon, and you have your, like, your huge damage bonus for the one weapon type, and now you can't really use other weapon types because they don't have that damage bonus.
Right. And then you can't reset until you hit, like, level 100 or whatever. Or, I don't remember how that worked.
So you just have to go around. You get like Dragon Souls or something, so like you can unlock everything eventually. It just takes forever.
Yeah. I would, if I played that game, if I went through and played that game again, I'd swear I'd be like, no bows, no crouching, because I went through the entire game just like bow sneak attacks, you know. Change the game.
That's basically, I mean, everyone plays Sneak Archer.
Yeah, it's OP.
Oh, yellow. Ciao. Hey, hey.
The old sneak archer trick. I'm gonna turn my. I'm gonna go back to the stream manager so I can see people chatting. Okay, nobody's chatting. It's good. It's bad, but it's good.
You didn't miss anything.
I feel like just for the sake of you know, the cultural experience, you should try at least 10 hours of a Dragon Quest game. I'm sure when you go to Japan, you're gonna see some type of reference to Dragon Quest. Those little slimes. Those slimes are gonna follow you around everywhere. Oh. What manga? Manga?
Yeah, manga.
Manga. Okay, sorry.
Reading Jujutsu Kaisen.
Sweet.
It's got anime too. The anime is pretty good.
There's one I've heard of before. I don't know if you've read it. It's called Berserk.
So yeah, that's a good one. I haven't read it, but I've watched one of the series on it. One of the animated series.
It's pretty brutal.
It is extremely brutal.
I actually bought what's it called? Akira, the DVD. Didn't mean to watch it.
Oh, nice.
Such a noob when it comes to manga.
Wow, yeah.
Whoa! Ah! Nice, killing me with a freaking shovel.
He's cheating.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
What up, my grip flops?
What's up, Robert?
Chillin'.
Playing Arc Raiders?
Booting up, yeah. Just got in. I got my mom a car wash and wiped down and vacuumed out her car today. She let us take it to the Top Golf yesterday, so wanted to clean up for her.
Nice.
And we're having a problem. A fox killed one of our chickens.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So a few days ago, we forgot to close the door, and it went in the middle of the night and grabbed one out of the coop, and it was tussling with it in the middle of the night. And Thomas ran out. Thomas and the dogs heard it. Thomas ran outside and like scared it off. And then the next day, we let him out for a few hours, and there wasn't any issues. And the day after that, I'm like, okay, I'm home. So I let him out, and I was just working in my office. And all of a sudden I heard a commotion. I look out my window and I see the chickens sprinting everywhere, and I see a fox like in our driveway by the back door of my parents' house.
Wow.
I'm like, you motherfucker, in the middle of the day. Like, I ran outside, and by the time I ran straight out, and like within 20 seconds here, he's back one.
Oh my gosh. He's got your number now.
I know, so I always locked down the chickens. So we picked up a big, one of the biggest live bait traps you can get, and I just finished setting it. I took some advice from these guys from Kentucky or something like that, or Alabama, wherever it was, and they were. He's like, and now the best thing to bait these with, and here's how you do it. He's like, he like whips his hand into the camera focus, and he's like, a piece of original fried KFC chicken.
Or you could just put one of your chickens in there.
I know. Put the one I don't like in there.
Yeah. That'll teach him.
That'll teach him. So yeah, set that. So we'll see if it gets ending tonight or tomorrow.
Are you gonna just relocate it, or what are you gonna kill it?
I don't know. I'm not even sure if it's legal or not. So we can capture it for sure. But yeah, I think it's got to be like probably turned into a coat or something like that, because that's just gonna come back.
I mean, see what you can do to try and keep it alive, you know? Turn it over to a...
Yeah, that's what he's telling me, but, you know, crossed the line already.
I mean, I know you're kind of in a suburb, so it's hard to find, like, a patch of grass somewhere, like, 30 miles away.
No, there actually are a bunch of forest reserves and things that could place it, but it's actually illegal to replace an animal that you don't have a license to do it. Because you could be messing with the wildlife somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's like when they shift certain communities into certain communities, it doesn't work well.
Yeah. I guess that's true.
But yeah, so first step's catching it. There's actually animal shelters and things. There are places you can take it, then they'll figure out what to do with it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's got... Probably there's probably something like that.
hey, hey.
Or
DNR or whatever they're
Or I
called.
could bring it inside the chicken coop. Yeah, I could bring it inside the chicken coop and kill it in front of the chickens and be like, I got your back. For Queen Anne.
The name of the chicken was Queen Anne. Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
the first one got killed was Queen Anne, yeah. Yeah, Queen Anne, yeah.
Queen
Yeah.
Anne. Queen Anne's Revenge. Wasn't that the name of, like,
I know.
Blackbeard's ship or something?
I don't know.
Pretty sure someone's famous ship.
And you guys got these references.
Guess so. You're the one who named it Queen Anne. And then you're getting revenge because of Queen Anne.
Damn, it repeats itself.
Hold on.
Yeah, we got a trap off Facebook Marketplace. Some guy sold it to us, and it's like,
Blackbeard
it was like
ship.
half off essentially.
Called it.
You looked it up.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Are you streaming it?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. No. I can't stream or not. I forgot what I was just saying.
You're like,
Basically,
okay.
it's fun to set the stream.
Yeah. So if you do end up doing something of questionable legality with the fox, don't tell us on the stream next time.
Yeah, I know. It's I'm not even sure what the rules are. All I know is I can catch it and I can bring it to an animal shelter. That's the only thing I know for sure. But yeah, I've gotten bit twice recently. We have the dog that can barely move. Another one with a Conan with injuries on its legs and chickens and stuff. Like, it's kind of a high risk.
Raiden can't move?
You know, I mean, his back legs barely move. He's
Oh.
not. He can barely get around. Like the fox could easily kill him, like without a doubt.
Yeah.
Not built for fighting anymore.
No. You said you got bit?
Yeah, well, by another dog recently, so it's kind of like, I can see how quickly it happened. Like literally, it's very quick. And, like, it's, you know,
Yeah.
it's not like it's some big drawn out thing. Like, it's like one quick snap, and all of a sudden he's punctured my leg, and I'm like, oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Or like the chicken died within 20 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised it even took that long. So kind of like
Yeah.
dogs, right?
Well, I
They
mean,
just
20
grab it
seconds
by
is
the
when
neck.
I found it completely dead in the back. Like,
Yeah. I mean, foxes operate like dogs, right? They grab the stuff by the neck and shake it around.
I read online they actually bite the head clean off.
Oh, wow.
Probably by shaking too, but yeah, like.
So, you ever like... I don't know if this is like me, like being like I'm so effing smart, or maybe somebody just didn't know what was going on, but like, man, I don't even remember who it was now. There's like someone, I was at like some military thing, and there was a woman there who was talking about, oh yeah, we had a farm, and we had chickens on the farm or whatever, and we kept on finding the chickens with their heads bit off, but just the heads, and so my dad was like, oh, it's hawks. I'm like, that's not hawks, that's frickin' weasels or whatever. Like, that's what weasels do. What's that?
Yeah, raccoon, weasel, fox, any one of those animals.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, and she was like, no, it was the hawks. I'm like, no, you can look it up. That's what weasels do. They like they'll kill an entire chicken coop. I think I saw something that was like something about the way the weasel's brain works. Is it like it's like one of those? It's like an animal that doesn't. It doesn't like kill only enough to survive or something. It just like kills, you know, or something.
It just enjoys killing.
I don't know. It was something like that. I don't know. So that's why it's like you get a weasel in the chicken coop and it'll kill all the chickens. What?
Yes, yeah, they kill for fun. Certain animals just kill for fun. So a fox do the same thing. That's just a fox in the hen house. Yeah, I read they're opportunistic hunters. So yeah, they'll kill everything they can, and then go try to hide a few things and like in the den. Possibly leave a few things there and then come back for them.
I guess it would make sense probably because I think weasels, raccoons, and foxes all kind of do like that den shit, where they have their little hideout. I just got locked in here with a... just looks kind of funny, that's all.
Oh, hello. Ciao.
Fill the stuff. Ah, son of a... Did all you guys watch Bill Nye the Science Guy in school?
So we can have education.
What was that? You gotta have an education? I barely picked that up.
Oh, yellow. Ciao. I do it. Ha ha! Oh yeah! Wow!
It's funny that in video games and movies and TV shows, they'll have something happen that would be so existentially terrifying and mind-blowing that there's absolutely no way that somebody would be able to, like, function, you know? Like, oh, we're just gonna teleport you out of there, or... Turns out, you know, there's aliens or something, or ghosts, or... something totally absurd like that. This guy's puking gold shit all over me. Call this the yellow shower ghost. Oh, he's a big boy. He's a big boy. Ow. Come on. Come on.
Yellow.
Just killed my teammate, I think.
Killed your teammate.
Well, I was trying to open and close the door for him, and I think I was off by half a second. His shot kept hitting the door as it closed instead of shooting and then the door closing.
I did it.
Rookie mistake.
Hey, I downed someone, so unless the second team pushed, that was, you know, good job. Almost forgot. Learned to hack, I turned crossplay off, so I stopped playing with these damn PC players.
Oh, even the odds out a little bit.
Yeah, make the yes Xbox, like. Because at first it felt cheap, then I'm like, wait, no, like, literally we're playing on the equal, now we're on an equal footing. It's cheap it could be.
I mean, the mouse aiming is just, it's just too much. It's just too good.
Yeah, if you can actually do that, I mean, it's a joke.
And also the strafing. Like when you watch PC player, like when you're on Xbox and you watch, you can tell when you're playing against PC people versus not. And you'll see them like, you know, strafing all over the place. Because when you have the joystick, you can only push from one side to the other. You can't just push down and go in opposite direction. You know what I mean? So it takes longer to strafe.
There's certain like hotkeys and stuff. It's just I can clearly tell the difference.
Yeah. Honestly, in a weird way, I feel like controller is more accurate because it leads to like more limitations, you know? I mean, it's more realistic, I should say. Cuz like with a keyboard
Just being insta-lock all the time.
yeah, with high level keyboard and mouse players, it's literally like you know, they can insta kill somebody from like 200, you know, like I don't know what the game equivalent is, like a mile away in a second. A shot that nobody can do in real life.
Yeah, like a SWAT number would be like, you know,
But
a shot.
But high level controller players can do the same thing. I just feel like there's less of them.
Yeah! すくすくウィン総数3サメの立つイエルスやぼやぼほっほっほゲルデジティボドすくすくウィン発砲
Robert, did you watch Game of Thrones? What's that?
It's got a little intense shootout happening.
Ah.
Yes, I watched Game of Thrones. I watched all the seasons.
Hell yeah. The spin-off Night of the Seven Kingdoms just wrapped up for the first season, and I thought it was pretty legit good.
I haven't seen any of the spin-offs though. So it says Night of the Realm Kingdom. What is it?
It's called Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty short. Guess water and plants. Oh.
Yeah, but I thought it was House of Dragons. I don't think that's.
Yeah, that one's okay. I'm like nerd obligated, so I'm watching like what's it called? Rings of Power. I don't know if you guys watched Rings of Power, but it's like, you know, just okay.
You know, I'm like kind of like too afraid to watch all these ones.
Yeah. Because they suck?
People say they suck, or it's like kind of like, you know, you never know what's gonna be in the future, so it's like,
Oh,
or it's like you never like it's so hard to look at sometimes. The memory of it was so good. It's like now you watch this and it's like that's not what I remember.
Yeah. Like you're worried it's gonna ruin itself like Game of Thrones did.
That, but I'm not the last of this. Yeah, House of Dragon, and I mean, it's all of them basically. I watched the Hobbit movies, and those were just good enough. And I'm like, okay, like,
Yeah. The third Hobbit movie was legitimately like the worst movie I've ever paid to go see, I think. That was... I still watched it though. I'm in too deep. I can't quit on them now. And now they're making another one. Did you see that?
no.
Yeah, they're making a bridge movie that's supposed to be between The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. It's gonna be called The Search for Gollum. And it's about Aragorn looking for Gollum, I guess. Like, because he knows where the ring is or something, I don't know. I don't know if your thing is like, sometimes your thing sounds a little messed up, so I don't know if you're talking right now or not. What's that?
I'll put up.
Oh, okay.
1 second.
1 second.
Oh. Wait, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, so let me know if my mic's ever acting goofy. Sometimes it's quiet, but like a lot of times my phone will just like glitch every now and then I just have to drop off, come back on, and it works perfect.
Gotcha.
No, I don't think I kind of sound familiar about this film. There's something else that I was like, oh, that was George R.R. Martin was doing a play about the Mad King specifically.
Oh, really?
Or something. I saw a post about that. And then someone's like, this man will do anything not to write that last book.
Yeah, I was actually just talking to my friend about that, who watched the new Night of the Seven Kingdoms. So that show is based on like a novella that takes place like 100 years before the regular Game of Thrones thing, and there's 3 of them, like 3 novellas, you know, like 3 short books. And he said in interviews like, "Oh, I think I could write like 10 more of those." We're like, I'm like, shut the fuck up, George. Like, come on. I could write like 10 more of those. I think I got like 10 more of those stories to go. I mean, I hope he does, because the show was good. But I was like, just finish that book, man.
Fucking book in the bag, man. Say put the fries in the bag, just put the book in the bag, man.
Put the book in the bag. He's like, yeah, I got about 1,200 pages. The amount of time, the last book came out in 2011, the amount of time that's passed since he came out with the last one is the total amount of time that it took him to write the first 5 books.
Yeah.
It's like, dude.
It's kind of funny in the end. It's like, come on.
Yeah, I got my problems with procrastination too, so I can't really blame him.
Yeah, I get it.
I've been meaning to write a book for about 20 years.
And especially like, you know, he seems like he's very like, you know, I'll do whatever I want. I'm creative and this and that. But also it seems like I don't know, like you you have to feel the pressure from the entire world at some point. So it's like, you know, maybe he's like kind of just nervous right now, or like kind of upset. He's like, well, I'm not gonna write this together after such a
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think it's, you know, well, the funny thing about it, it's not like because he does write other stuff. He writes episodes of the show. He writes the short stories. He's written like the stuff that became the basis of the House of the Dragon. Like he wrote all that stuff. So it's not like he doesn't write. He just like, I think it became so big, not only in terms of popularity, but also in terms of like the actual size and scope of the book. And also I think part of it is like, it could also be because everybody hated the last season of Game of Thrones that he's like, that was his ending.
Yeah.
And he's,
so yeah, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I hope he gets it done. If he actually...
Exactly.
I read the first 3 books. I mean, I think Feast for Crows came out in 2005. I remember when it came out, and I had already finished the other 3. So, I remember getting it new. And I didn't even read it, because I think I got like 2 chapters in, and I was like, ugh, I don't like these characters. And so I hadn't touched it since then. If he finished it and it didn't suck, I would go back and read it. But since he's not finishing it and it might suck, maybe I won't.
Successfully abandoned both my teammates and got out the gun I found. Yeah, one of the guys, like, I went in and like he pushed in, and then I pushed in from the side and flanked this dude. And I like, my that guy looked like he was getting lit the hell up by like a shotgun or something crazy. I push in, and then I blindsided this guy, light up the side. He like kind of comes around at me, and then I think I finished him, or like he might have finished him, but I'm pretty sure I finished him. I wasn't paying attention, so I was putting the shots on him. And then I go over, and then the guy like that was originally shooting like goes over and knocks him out and starts like raiding him, and I'm like, dude, like that was my kill. Like I blindsided him. I put a ton of shots on him. Like,
And this guy on your team just stealing your shit.
stealing my shit, and I'm like, all right, man. Well, let's play that way. Then like you're not gonna like when I advantage you later. Let's shit up and get pushed. Both my teammates go down, and I'm like, I push back in for a second to see what I could do, just check it out, and then yeah, they're good. The guy flamethrowed amazing. Like it wasn't a great situation. People started getting pummeled, and I bailed out, and then yeah, exfilled, and I'm like, yeah, like my team, he died. Like you know, it's apparently it's all everyone for themselves. I would have much rather gone out in a blaze of glory and died with you if you would have actually, like, you know, let me loot that body that I freaking killed. Gotta check your blind sides.
I remember I didn't know, like, I played Borderlands 2 with, like, a friend of mine, and I didn't know the, like, the etiquette of, like, how you're supposed to, like, let people look at the stuff, and I was playing with Julie
Yeah.
and a guy and his wife, and we were just like, we just run up to stuff and just grab it. They're like, oh, that looks nice, and just took it and ran away with it. He's like, dude, you gotta let us like all look at it first. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. It's mine. It's precious.
My problem with crossplay is the average player is much, much worse.
Oh, that should be good, right? Because that means you're gonna be better than other guys.
Yeah, but if the other teammates are like even somewhat good, if my opponents are like even somewhat good, and then yeah, it kind of puts me into a bad position. Or like my teammates are just ass, like it's kind of hard to like balance that out. My teammates just went to the bottom. If it was Cam or Johnny, someone was like, you know, do you always split away from your team? And I'm like, hey, I'm team captain. Everyone's split up from me.
That sucked.
Yellow. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Ciao.
Oh shit. It's like Dracula here. Or it's just empty. No, if it's empty, that means he's just out and about. Reminds me of that escape room we did. Reminds me of the escape room, Earl. The Dracula escape room. It's the Dracula escape room.
So I'm like, okay, that might actually make an escape room very intense. These dudes, allegedly, it wasn't like they, opened the package in front of you, but they set, they all ate laxatives before they went to the escape room.
They all what in the escape room?
They all ate laxatives in this before they went in the escape room.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea. All 8 laxatives before they went to the escape room. Classic.
long time.
Oh, jeez.
Did you see that, Cam?
Yeah.
How much can you wait, dude? We just raped an entire lobby.
You won?
Oh yeah, we just spent the entire game beating up every single person.
So is that game a battle royale game, or how's it work?
So you load into a map, and then there's only certain places you can exit from. So I guess it's kind of a battle royale in the sense that like there's a bunch of teams that load in, or a bunch of solos that load in. And then so then you technically it's like it's kind of I compare it to that what was that called? There was in Call of Duty, instead of playing Warzone, there's a thing I played for a while called like a 3-letter initial or something. And it's kind of the same thing. You could like collect guns and like get loot and different things, and you could exfil, and you technically don't have to kill anyone. And you could chat with people, and you could actually like to request to like, hey, do you want to join my team? You could literally join their team and say, yes, I want to join this person's team. You could like then not friendly fire. And it's like someone's like, oh, I'm friendly, and I'm like, all right, well then join my team. And they're like, oh, we already have too many people. I'm like, well then get the fuck away. Like I don't need a team of 6 people around me. So it got kind of intense. Oh, DMZ or maybe it's DMZ.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. And what was it that was So that, but yeah, you technically have to kill people. So this one's the same thing. Like you could just kill robots, you could just collect things. Like there's jokes, there's a joke slash some girls really do this, or people really do this, that they'll go in here and just to look for like rubber ducks and like snow globes and trinkets and things. Like, oh, I just want to try to find these things and get back to my base to put them in my house. And things like that. So you can do whatever, and then or you just murder people, or you can lie to people, and all these different things with the hot mics and stuff. But yeah, you all load into a map, and there's only so much loot in like set locations and set drawers, and it's whoever gets there first gets it, sort of thing. And then you can kill people and take whatever they have in their backpack, besides what they hide in their safe pocket, if they have a safe pocket or multiple safe pockets. So it's kind of in your interest to kill them to see what they have and get their stuff, but also that people kill you and take all your stuff, and it becomes this kind of like, you know,
Risk reward.
non-stop economy. Risk reward and like pushing things through and stuff. So it's fun. But then yeah, so then you load in, and then there's only so many exfils, and then the exfils have a countdown, and it's like after so much time that one closes. In the beginning of the map, there's like 4 exfils, and then there's 3, then there's 2. But there's only 2 spots you can leave the entire map. So then teams will camp the exfil, like true patriots. And then, yeah, you try to leave, and there's someone, like, sitting there with, like, grenades and trigger mines and trigger jolt things, and you just, like, walk in. It's like, oh, okay, well, that works. But I just got 2 crazy good guns out of that raid, so that was nice. And so then what's really funny is that you can come up with, they call it free kit, and especially if you have the free kit's level 1 guns, nothing special, and then you know, if you haven't found anything, you have people die, like ha ha ha, just a free kit, I don't have anything. Sometimes you can't damage it, your shield recharger and stuff, and like you have like some shit gun that's level 1, and it's like ha 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 ha, and it's like kind of funny because it's like, you know, you can't really, there's nothing really to take. But sometimes that is true, like, haha, it's a free kit, and basically I've already used all my stuff. Like, I took all this health from you. I know I cracked your shields a bunch of times. You had to bandage up and shield up and stuff. And yeah, you finally killed me, but guess what? I have barely any ammo, and I have no inventory in my backpack at all. So, congratulations. You got my crap backpack and my shield that's almost broken. That has no health on it. So sometimes it is the case, but most of the time when people are yelling, I'm a free kid, or just let me go, or come on, man, or something like that, it's because they literally have like a ridiculously loaded kit. It's like whenever they yell, I don't have anything, I have a free kit, just let me go, like they almost guarantee you have some of the best stuff in the game. Like, very regularly, it's very funny. Like, so whenever someone says, I don't have anything, I'm like, they have something good.
No honor
And
among
it's usually
thieves.
exactly that. Yeah. I was explaining it to Dan's now ex-girlfriend Maggie. They broke up, unfortunately. But she was watching me play that game, and I was explaining all that to her about DMZ, where I don't have to do all this. And then I forgot I branched into it. I think I was kind of started saying it. It's like, oh, and there's hot mics and things. People like literally beg and plead with you. So I started like imitating one of them. I was like, yeah, all of a sudden they'll be like, no, like, please don't kill me. Oh, don't kill me. I have children. Oh, please don't kill me. You don't have to kill me. Just let me leave. And I'm like, sorry. And she's like, oh my god.
すぐすぐすぐすぐやぼやぼちゃちゃちゃちゃちゃ
Don't let me leave, Merv. Oh, did I tell you? You guys know the movie Interstellar?
Yeah.
Did I tell you that, what is it called? The theory about death about it?
No.
It's something I read online. I'm like, you know, sometimes we're like, is that true? Or is like the director just gonna say that that's true now because it's such a perfect thing? But they, what is that called? For Interstellar, the fan theory, if you don't mind me going into it, it's got a few spoilers in here, kind of.
Yeah,
Not
go ahead.
really.
It's like more than 10 years old now.
Yeah, it's 10, 15 years old. That means that the opening scene, literally the opening scene, the first thing you see is Cooper crashing a like high-powered military jet. And usually if you like full-on crash in those, not eject, not, you know, hard landing, like it didn't really show his landing, but it was like going down at a weird angle and he did not look fucking happy. And then it kind of just smashed and cut to black.
Yeah.
And then starts the movie, setting the scene of it. The idea is that when it cuts to black is him like starting the procedure of death. And that the rest of the movie is his mind dealing with and like what is it called? Like coping with dying, and then possibly going into like the afterlife. And that what that means as well, and like, and then it's the end of the movie, then welcoming his daughter to the afterlife, and things. And like, it seems like okay, yeah, kind of high level kind of makes sense. And I'm like, then I rewatched the movie from the beginning, and I'm like, holy shit, that's actually spot on.
Was his daughter even born
like,
when he was the test pilot, though?
I think, yeah, she was. Well, that's not super clear, but I mean, like, I would say a fairly high chance. Because it wasn't even that many years later, and she was like 11.
Yeah.
It wasn't like 15 years went by, and now he has an 11-year-old. It's kind of how I read it. I don't think it's so yeah, like my buddy was like, "Oh, what about this? What about this?" And I'm like, "Some of you kind of got to stretch a little bit, but like the point is that like you don't have to stretch that much. Kind of just works." And the whole about like, your body, like different ways of like comprehending what death would be and could be and stuff. It's pretty cool stuff.
It's an interesting fan theory. I'll watch it again.
Yeah, if you literally watch it from the beginning with that in mind, you're like, oh, like, and some of those I was watching, I'm like, yeah, like, and like kind of that whole like, don't let me leave Murph thing, where like, you know, his daughter's sitting there like in her room crying, you know, alone, and he's like, you know, talking to the door and stuff. Like it's almost like the Bruce Willis Sixth Sense sort of thing, where he's like, you know, almost. And I forget exactly off the top of my head, but like, you know, it's like, it's like that might have been one of the moments where I'm like, oh damn, like that's like where he's like a ghost and he's like trying to talk to her through a door, and yeah, of course she's not responding. Like, you know, she's in there mourning, and then she's like, you know, he's driving away, and then she's running after him and stuff like that, and it's like, you know, that whole like he's literally leaving her, he leaves her at the farm, he leaves her on the spaceship to go up to like the mystery land of the search for. You know, and the whole idea of him searching for a way to save humanity, I kind of equated that to him like searching for a way to save his life or soul. Like, what is the next step? Like, how does this carry on? / how do I cling on to life with every last bit that I have? And stuff. So, you know, and like, looking at it that way, like, crossing over the kind of going into like the next abyss, like, yeah. By the way, like, we will never be able to send a message back after this for any reason without, like, doing some crazy thing. Like, maybe if you use black hole data or, like, as far as we know, like, you will not be able to return.
Yeah.
But you're going to cross over this plane into this thing with these other dimensional beings that we don't quite understand, but we know that are there. So yeah, it's not like I said. A lot of it makes sense, and you know, I gotta rewatch the whole thing from the beginning, like because I only watched like half or 3/4 of the way through, and I think I got busy / was kind of psyched out. I'm like, damn, this is kind of heavy, but this really is like, you know, pretty spot on and crazy here. Freaking out, man.
Oh, I do it.
Yeah, I mean, I would just, like, I would think, though, that the things that happen to Murph while he's gone, which are part of the story, all those things would have to be imagined then. Like,
One thing, first of all, being that, wrong button here. Most of what happens with Murph is her speaking to her dad through a recording where she's only one-way broadcasting to him, which would be praying to him. Like, hey, Dad, I don't know if you can hear this, but here's a message I have for you.
yeah.
And then the whole premise of the movie is that when he's connecting with her, he's doing it through another dimension via gravity and love and connections and ties and things. But he doesn't like teleport back in and tell her really quick. Like, he literally manipulates the fabric of space-time to send her a message through being another dimensional being now.
Yeah, but at the same time, when there is a scene where Jessica Chastain and who's the British guy? Michael Caine. They have they have a conflict, and they're talking about him like being on the spaceship or whatever. I think. They're talking about the survival strategy, because wasn't like the big thing was like one of the big conflicts was like he was hiding the fact that actually nobody would be able to survive, and they were just taking a bunch of like sperm and eggs or something to.
Yeah, they were literally just trying to populate a planet. Like, you'll never be able to survive, and it won't be your family. Like, but we still have to get everyone to invest in this.
Yeah.
And in order to make this happen, to light everyone and make them think that it is.
Yeah.
So, and some of this kind of stretches a bit, but like I said, it kind of stretches a bit. But you're like, and it's like, okay, well, yeah, you can make anything make sense if you stretch it enough. But him, like, you know, in a short way of thinking of it, Michael Caine is saying that, yeah, your dad left, and essentially to go to heaven or this other plane. And that, like, two parts of that. One, that, like, yeah, he left physically and, like, went to this other, basically through a space-time hole, and this is another plane of dimension, kind of like heaven, and kind of be stretched like that a little bit. And then as far as, like, the whole clinging on to life thing, I see kind of two parts of that. One of them being, and again, this is all kind of like different, screen stretching a bit, but one of the things is that, like, as he leaves, yeah, the world was already kind of in disarray, but after he leaves, like, he's worried about the world ending. So that's, like, in my opinion, his way of being like, I am worried that my daughter is not, this world's not going to be able to support my daughter. Like, I'm here to support my daughter, and this world is literally going to demise, and I feel bad about it. I'm trying to find a way to solve it. Being two things. One being father guilt of dying and not being able to make sure your daughter grew up in a good life. And two, like, if it actually is the world ending, he's like, yeah, like, I care about my daughter that much that I'm going to reach out from another dimension to try to, like, give her information that's going to be able to save the world, and specifically her.
Yeah.
Even though it's saved the whole world, he's really just trying to save her.
I mean, I would think that
just kind of two separate things. That's even kind of two separate ways of viewing it, the same thing, even. But yeah.
But I think it's. I think that well, the story, the way it is, which is already very like otherworldly and clearly like it touches all the things you've said are clearly like parallel to the thing that's achieved by the concept that they're using of the time travel. Like, oh, what would happen? It's like, as if I died, I disappeared for 30 years, and time moved on. You know what I mean? That's like somebody dying, basically. He basically gets to see what it's like after he dies, because he sees those messages that are put out to him, almost like prayers, like you said, which is, it's really interesting, because I do think you're kind of right, because it is playing with a lot of the same things. Oh, what does it mean when it's like I died, but I didn't die, and everybody moved on? You know, which is, I mean, conceptually, I think that's the same thing. The only thing I would say is that, like, basically, it's if it was one or the other, you'd still be achieving kind of the same thing narratively, you know? Like, you're still kind of showing, like, you know, you're still playing with that the same concept, you know? Like, whether it was true or it wasn't true. Like, in the Sixth... in the Sixth...
both ways.
You know, obviously the Sixth Sense, it's built around, like, that twist of, oh, it turns out he's actually dead. Him actually being dead, when you go back and watch the movie, it changes how you frame everything that's happening, or it changes how you look back on everything that happened, because there's, like, the scene where he talks to his wife, like, she's, like, really cold towards him. There's the scene where, like, there's scenes like that where it's like, oh, that's what was going on. But what I'm saying is, because the stuff that Nolan is using in an Interstellar is already so close to the same thing as, like, as if he was dead, or, like, whatever, because it's like, oh, he disappeared. Like, it's playing with that similar thing, but there's, like you're saying, like, it's such it's such a close metaphor for what you're describing, that it's like, is he dead or is he not? Like, what I'm saying is, it's like, it's not like if he was dead, it changes. I don't know. It's not like the Sixth Sense where it's like,
you're going, whether it be what the movie is, what everyone sees the movie as, or if it's this fan theory or whatever, like, it still is the same emotions and the same things, like a feeling of abandonment and loss. Like, sure, it's explained now that he's a ghost, and it's like, oh, now I see it differently. Like, oh, now I see Fight Club differently, because I know that it's, you know, the same person. It's like, yeah, but, like, he's still going through those same struggles. It's just in a different light.
yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty intense. Cool. It's pretty fun to, like, think of it and stuff. And
No, I think it's cool to go through and interpret that. I mean, like,
Oh, here I go. Whoa.
Luigi's about to kill himself. Just jumps off the edge. Here I go.
Huh?
Um, it's a good movie.
very solid movie. Glad I watched that. Like, very cool stuff. First time I watched that was in theaters. Oh, that Dan we got on here.
What's up?
What's up?
Hey. Yo. I was glad to see Koopy Live was still on. I was like, oh, was I too slow? And I'm like, yeah.
And officially on the stream too.
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
So don't say anything crazy.
Nice. I'll keep the pill content to a minimum.
The red pill contents?
I'm kidding, guys. I was gonna say, I'm kidding, guys. Definitely not a red pill streamer. I don't get paid $700,000 a month to be racist.
Yeah. Talk about how women suck.
And sexist. You can't forget that part.
Yeah.
It's a big part of the money making in the red pill industry.
It is. I do get.
I'm just.
Did I talk to you guys about the format of those shows? Where
I vaguely remember this.
Yeah, about like I get the clips of these shows and there'll be like two dudes and they're surrounded by like 15 women who are like some of the dumbest women like you've ever seen in your life, but they're all dressed like they just got done with like an Instagram photo shoot, or they just got back from like the club or something.
Yeah,
It's-
and they all look like a little skimpy, like a little, like, kind of modern.
Yeah, it's very odd. And then just go around and they're like, either ask them a question to make them seem really dumb, or ask them a question to make them seem really, like, out of touch.
Yeah, I agree. Like, they basically always make, like, the women or, like, whoever... Like, I know what you're talking about. Like, it's like the speaker is usually, like, way outmatched in, like... Even if they're not a good debater, even if they're not a master debater, it's just, like, they're always, like, significantly outmatching the women, like, intellectually wise. Because, like you said, it's, like... Basically, it's like a person whose whole like fucking channel is like political discourse or whatever, and sometimes it's controversial, and then
political
they'll have the
in
women
quotes.
just be like, yeah, exactly. It's like whatever. Yeah, usually it's not even political takes. Sometimes it's just them being just wild, and then yeah, you're right. They'll pull some like Tumblr girls off, like like you said. Basically, it looks like they're leaving the club at 6 a.m. and they're just like, "Hey, you want to like jump on this podcast and like get asked weird questions?"
Yeah. I don't know. It's very...
Distract from the camera.
Yeah, exactly. And like Jake said, it's kind of like the juxtaposition of like the fucking like conservative red pill dude being in the middle and in like a suit or whatever, and then you just got like Tumblr girls on the outside.
Yeah, I don't... It's odd, but it's like I've seen a couple different things that are like they do that, and I'm like, I just psychologically I'm wondering like what they're like accomplish, like what is the purpose, you know? What are they? What? Yeah, it's just odd.
I think it's usually them trying to like have the like slightly controversial, or even if they're not controversial, just like they want the dude in the middle who's like sharply different than the girls that are like outnumbering him. I feel like they almost want him to like kind of win over the like Tumblr girls on the outside ring. And I don't know, I think they also just want to like kind of content farm because they know like things might get heated, or there might be like kind of like, I don't know, a moment where they like surprisingly agree, or I don't know. Yeah, who does those interviews?
Either you catch someone acting stupid or you catch someone having a revelation.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's this one guy, I don't know what his deal is. He does in real life streams. I don't even remember his name, but he's a black guy that's probably in his like early 20s, and he's like not that big, and he keeps like challenging bodybuilders and like MMA people, and like basically not even challenging them, but just being like ultra disrespectful, like trying to start a fight, like basically disrespecting like their wife in front of him. And I don't know if you've seen these videos, but this kid got like smacked by like this massive bodybuilder named Larry Wheels. And then the next day or the day after, I guess this is what he's going for, because people are talking about it. The next day or the day after, he attacked, or not attacked, but like basically like started a fight / like verbally attacked and just like fighting words against this like MMA guy's like security guard or something, who was like a foot bigger than him and like just like a massive person. And then that guy punched him in the face and like one punch knocked him out. And I'm just like, what is this guy's like plan? Is he just clip farming? Like clips of him just like,
I mean, he's still
getting
getting
his ass beat?
He's probably even getting paid for the ones where he's getting his ass beat too. I mean, I think that shit is. It shouldn't even be. They shouldn't even be monetized on YouTube. You know, like if somebody's doing. If somebody's doing instigating activities, even if they're getting away with it and nobody's doing anything, it's like that shit shouldn't even be like, oh yeah, I got into an art, you know, I deliberately picked a fight with somebody in the fucking line at the McDonald's or something. Like, they shouldn't even be getting. I can't even believe they're getting paid for that.
Yeah,
because you're
like.
There was a guy in like Virginia who was doing, I think he was in Virginia, and he was doing like pranks. SNL even like made fun of the guy. He was like doing pranks. He just like walked up to a guy. He was like, I don't know what he was saying, something weird. It wasn't like hey, but it was something. He just like kept like walking towards him and like really weird, but saying some weird phrase. And the guy was like, leave me, like, get away from me and leave me alone or whatever. And then he just kept walking, and the guy kept coming after him, and he pulled a gun and shot him.
Oh, Jesus.
And then like when the guy went to court or whatever for shooting him, and the jury was like, nah, you're free to go.
Yeah, I saw this. That was like in some like random like Midwestern state, and he was like a small time like, yeah, you described it perfectly. Like he was literally like exclusively a just rage baiter pranker. Like he wasn't even like a normal pranker. And yeah, it was in a mall that he got shot. And yeah, they found the shooter not guilty, and like it was fully chill. And then the prankster literally was leaving the courtroom and was like memeing and emoting and stuff. And it's like, bro, like this is why they found him not guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know, I think I know it's like a free speech thing, but it's like, I think there needs to be a little bit of a crackdown on stuff that's like borderline, like I remember there was like these videos where somebody would like, they'd leave a bike, and then they tied like a string to it so that it was attached to like a telephone pole, and then somebody inevitably grabs the loose bike, because here's the deal. Like, there's nobody around. Like, I've seen abandoned bikes before. Like, there's a difference between a bike that somebody just left outside of a store and an abandoned bike. You know, like, I pulled
It's like a nice bike that they have a cheap lock on.
Yeah.
Like, it's a nice bike in the middle of a field.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
And
no one's around. Like, it's been abandoned. Like,
and there's videos and it's like, oh, some guy's like walking past, he like looks one way, looks the other, he's like, oh, all right, takes the bike, rides off, and then the freaking string gets to the end of the string, and then he freaking face plants, and it's like, dude, that is like, they're like, oh, you shouldn't have stolen the bike. It's like, dude, you just left a bike
there's like a slow-mo.
in a public thoroughfare where nobody would just leave a bike, you know? It's not like you left it outside of a Jimmy John's.
Yeah, like this is an abandoned bike, clearly.
And you're like, see, that's what you get for stealing a bike, which I had my favorite ever bike stolen. I've got no sympathy for, thieves and bike thieves or whatever, but at the same time, it's like, but you don't set people up to hurt themselves either. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're not teaching someone a lesson. You're just like fucking basically attempted murdering them.
Yeah, it's like, you don't know, like, give somebody a concussion. I don't know.
Yeah, some of them, no, they're bad. They set them up like fucking deviants, where they'll literally put it at the start of a gigantic hill, and then they're going like 15 miles an hour, and they're literally like, you said it perfectly, they're like being face planning over the fucking bicycle. Yeah.
And I think also, though, some of those videos of like, I think some of those are also just staged. Maybe not those ones, but other videos where it's like, oh, somebody starts running with the backpack or whatever. It's like they probably just paid somebody $10, you know? Oh yeah, show up.
To run with the bag. And
they usually look like homeless people. And it's like, yeah, pay that by $20.
Yeah, $20.
We're basically, we got bum fights back.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they really need to be. I mean, not that like everything you do has to have like a positive effect or something, but it's like, I don't know, stuff that's deliberately instigating or like deliberately, it's like, that's how shit actually happens, you know? Like, because you're rewarding people for instigating. It's the same reason I don't think that, like, YouTube shouldn't be monetizing videos of people climbing without permission, like, on top of buildings and shit. Like, it's like, you turn that into you incentivize it, and then it's gonna start happening more, and then and then people start dying.
Yeah. No, I've seen some wild ones. I saw one recently where the guy was like hanging off a pole like 700 feet in the air in Asia, and you're looking at it and you're like, this guy is not a professional and he's not even in that good of a shape. Like, he clearly just climbed up like a fire escape or like the top of a building and just hung off this thing. Because he did like a one-arm hang, and it's like, okay, like impressive to the average person, but it's like literally you could see like he had no control. Like he was just fully hanging with like no control in his upper back, and he was like swinging, and I'm like, oh my god, is this gonna be a video where the guy dies? But as far as the video ended, he didn't die. But everyone in the comments immediately was like, that is not a professional. Like, if this guy keeps doing this, like, he'll be dead really, really soon.
I suppose it might make me a hypocrite, but I did see one where the guy died. He let himself off the side of a skyscraper and did like a pull-up, and then he couldn't get himself back up, and then he just eventually just lost his grip and fell. And what's that?
I just said rip.
Yeah. Well. Or I don't know if you remember this one. This is probably more than 10 years ago now.
That is fucked. Yep.
There was like a guy, fucking, like, I'm pretty sure he was like 20 something with a kid on the way. He had his girlfriend shoot him with a Desert Eagle through an encyclopedia, and he was trying to prove, he was trying to stop the bullet with the encyclopedia. Well, he died.
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
Yeah.
And it was like, bro, you could have just put it on like a watermelon or something and proved the same
I mean,
thing.
I guess it's not
I'm
original.
surprised he didn't use like a 22.
I guess it's not technically original to YouTube, but I guess the way, like, 'cause it's like we had Jackass, but I guess it's just the way in which it's so accessible to everybody. At least with Jackass, it was like, produced by a freaking company, and they would have actually had to, like, get permission to do these things and run the stunts by somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some level of accountability. Like, now you can literally just live stream like deaths, basically.
Yeah, I don't know. Just wish things could be a little different sometimes, that's all.
For real. That Alex Honnold skyscraper scaling was wild, though. Speaking of professionals.
I didn't watch it. I watched his free solo.
Oh, nice.
Did you guys watch Free Solo?
I've seen Free Solo.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that is a butt clencher.
Yeah. That was like an all-time human feat.
Actually, this is like the same exact thought that I had, and it was funny because I saw him addressing it, I don't know, on YouTube or something. I didn't watch like the full video, but I guess he did a climb of something big like that and was free soloing it, and he had like a panic attack while he was up there. And that's kind of like my thought about it too, where I'm just like, yeah, what if you're like up there and you're like, actually, like, you just start thinking and you're just like, wow, I'm literally like one sweaty grip. One missed grip away, one cramp, one leg cramp, one sneeze.
One drink fart.
Yeah, one,
One thing failing. One rock
yeah.
crumble.
One rock crumbling.
Yeah, I think, guys...
One hawk grabbing me by the back of the neck really quick.
It's like
One
Chris
rope
Farley.
That would be bad.
Did you guys watch Almost Heroes with Chris Farley?
No.
Oh, there's a bit in there where he gets attacked by
I was
like
gonna
an eagle
say,
a bunch of times.
I feel like people like Alex Honnold just like don't have that instinct. Like, they literally can't, because if they were logical, they'd freak out.
Well, that's the thing, is he was addressing a circumstance where he did have like a panic attack while he was doing it. Where he
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you can YouTube it, but it just showed him like he just had his back. He was on like a really narrow ledge. He just had his back like flat up against the cliff, and he was just sitting there. And he's like, I need to have a breather for a minute. And I guess he was like, I'm having a panic attack, and I have to take a break. I don't know what the cause of it was, but that's what he said.
Yeah, no, that's smart though. I mean, he identified a place that was safe to stop for as long as he needed to, and he was.
Yeah, just looking to relax for him sometimes. You gotta relax as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's wild.
I won't be doing that shit.
For real.
Thanks. I'm all free soloed out, I think.
Yeah, done that. That's tough, man. There's been a lot of times where I could have like done, like went to the edge or something like that. I'm like, I don't need to do that. Like, I don't have the urge at all.
Yeah. It's like, I don't need pointless life-risking stunts.
Okay, guys who wanted to try out the Japanese blowfish that can only be prepared by some chefs that kills 10 people a year.
Hey, that one was for the culture. I'm considering it.
I'm not about to take some unnecessary... I just think it's so funny that was one of the first things I thought of. Like, I gotta make sure I tell them not to try the blowfish. And then without prompting, in the text chat, you guys were like, they got this blowfish.
There's this blowfish that's 1,000 times more potent than, like, fucking cyanide or something.
I told my parents about that. I thought it was so funny. I was like, you guys are not gonna believe this. I was like, I had already thought about telling them not to do the blowfish. Like, that's not have any of the stuff that's weird and poisonous. And then they, without prompting, they were just like, hey, I got an idea. Because it was funny.
We're just immediately like, hey, so I've actually got this great idea. We eat this poisonous blowfish, and it's super cool.
Yeah.
No, you immediately text and you're like, don't eat the blowfish. it's like, it's okay. I've got a few months before I even have the chance of that, but I'm gonna skip it now.
If you're gonna eat the blowfish, make sure it's on the last day, because you guys aren't gonna ruin my vacation by putting me in the hospital next to you.
For real. That's so funny. Finally, I just updated my cover photo on LinkedIn, and it took like fucking 15 minutes because every image format I did was slightly blocked off by my profile picture circle.
Aw. Gotta crop that.
I'm sure a graphic designer guy like Cam would have been able to fix that in a second, but I'm too much of a simpleton. I couldn't figure out how to get the damn thing over enough for a while, but I just did. I have defeated Moby Dick. Did he kill Moby Dick in the story, or did Moby Dick kill the captain?
I'm pretty sure.
Never gets
Spoilers.
That's kind of the point.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Moby Dick lives.
Damn.
He lives in all of us.
Somehow, for real. It's that, what's it called? Someone's gonna do the Disney, like, fucking finale of the trilogy where they just really liked it. Where they have Poe Dameron, actually one of the coolest characters from that series. He comes out and he's like, somehow Palpatine returned. And it's like, dude. So much lore of Star Wars just destroyed by them just going, somehow Palpatine returned.
Yeah, it was pretty... I mean, I remember, like, when I went and saw the movie in the theater, and a guy I worked with, and, like, I feel like everybody had the same reaction, because it was like... I mean, you kind of figure that it was like... With Disney, you know, you got a bajillion dollars. You've got a ton of people who would love to work on a Star Wars movie. I feel like that's everybody's dream.
Yeah.
And also, in addition to that, similar to like Marvel, you've got like 50 years of stories, fiction. Like, I know maybe it's like kind of not that great fiction, but you know, they've got like a ton of those expanded universe books, all sorts of stuff. You got all these things that you could mine for ideas of what to do.
Yeah.
And the fact that they like set out on this once only ever chance to get the original actors on board for a movie trilogy, sadly. Oh shoot, what's her name?
Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher passed in the midst of it, but it's like you literally set out to do 3 movies and you didn't have a plan. There was no plan. They're just like, let's just make a movie and then we'll see what happens after that.
And it'll be a creative experiment. We're gonna go into 3 different directors and multiple directors go, it's like, we're not gonna all have an overlying goal. And
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think that's what tore it in the wrong direction. I remember you mentioned that to me, Robert, when I was like a teenager watching those. I'm like, that's actually exactly what happened. Like, it feels like each director is taking the movie in a new direction.
Yeah.
Like, wildly different. And like, and maybe it was planned, but like, the moment for me, I haven't looked into this, the moment for me that I was like so clear was when the one movie ends with Luke Skywalker throwing away the lightsaber, and it was like a sober, like sincere moment, or saunter or whatever it is. And I'm like, they're pretty intense and dark. And the next movie opens up with like people's like holding it, like, oh, and by the way, I'll be your teacher. Here's a lightsaber.
Mhm.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he goes from like extreme stoic look at the end of the last one, and the start of the next one is him throwing the lightsaber behind his head or some shit.
Yeah.
And then being like, I'm not gonna teach you. And it's like,
It's like, oh, well,
yeah, that was kind of wonky. And then Kylo Ren took off his mask in the second movie, and it's like, okay, that was kind of good, but also kind of bad. It's like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I felt like Adam Driver as Kylo Ren was probably the best part of the whole series, I guess. Not necessarily in terms of like everything that happened like story-wise, but like, I don't know. Like, they didn't do anything with John Boyega's character. By the second movie, he was already irrelevant, pretty much.
Finn, right? The black guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great actor. They really did do him bogus.
yeah, that was a heartbreak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember there was a meme that was like, Disney really just wasted this man's career, giving him 3 movies where like literally the only point of him in all the movies is screaming Rey and like chasing after her.
Yeah.
And it's like, bruh, like y'all totally fucked up this like love dynamic thing.
Yeah. And it is kind of funny, like, yeah, the, Palpatine Returns stuff is, and, the funny thing about it is also, I mean, unpopular opinion, But the 9 movies Star Wars movie, like all 9 of the movies, there's really only like 3 movies. How many times did they just try to recreate the first Star Wars New Hope? Like 5 times? So Star Wars New Hope is like Star Wars New Hope. Then Return of the Jedi is basically the same. It's pretty effing similar, right? Like, oh yeah, we gotta go to the Death Star. We gotta blow up the Death Star. There's another Death Star. Force Awakens,
Yeah.
same thing. Oh,
Yeah, Force Awakens, I would say, is the closest to A New Hope. That's where you're gonna get me to fully agree. Those are like identical.
yeah, like it's like, oh, there's a planet killer base. It can kill 2 planets. Okay. You know, and then the final movie was like, oh, now it's like there's a bunch of Star Destroyers that just appeared, and the Emperor's back, and all the Star Destroyers have got big guns on them, so now they're really dangerous, and the only thing that can save us is a bunch of characters who have a bunch of goodwill towards us who have never been in any of the other movies yet, and there's no reason that they would be, you know? It's pretty bad. But it's really like the same movie. Like half the movies are the attempts at the same movie. Like, I had this thing, I don't know, maybe it's me just trying to have like a cool unpopular opinion or something, but unpopular opinion, the prequel trilogy is actually better than the sequel trilogy, because there's a cohesive attempt to create an entire story arc that goes throughout all 3 movies. It's pretty clunky, you know? Like, there's a lot of awkward stuff in it. Like, but it does do that. And also, all 3 of those movies don't do the shit where they're just like, oh, we're just trying to blow up the big thing. Like, they actually do try to do something different than the other movies. And it's trying to, you know, so. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't even think that's a very hot take. I think most people genuinely believe that the prequels are far superior to the sequels.
I wouldn't say far superior,
Like,
but superior.
yeah, but they're pretty dope. When you rewatch them, you're kind of like, yo, this is dope. Like, Revenge of the Sith was actually fucking amazing, and it's like what we all hoped all of the prequels were. But when I watched through 1 and 2, I'm like, okay, this is some silly ass bullshit, but it's actually kind of funny if you're a Star Wars fan.
Mm-hmm.
And then, other than that, there's just some cool battles, cool shit, and like, basically it feels like Star Wars, because George Lucas actually directed them. It feels very Star Wars, which
Yeah.
is the thing I like.
Yeah, I mean, there are some things that, like, if they went back and remade the prequels,
Ciao.
which, if you can believe it, it's actually probably been longer than it was between the prequels and the originals. It's, I mean, it's been 25 years. Which is pretty wild to think about. Like, if they were to remake something like that, it's like, I think stylistically, they're like, they make the Jedi too powerful, you know, to the point where it's like, oh, they're not really threatened by anything. The battles are too clean, you know, the fights and stuff, and I don't know, there's a lot of stuff like that that I think would be better, but yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I like the sequels just for the cinematic experience, and I'm like, you know what, this was fun to see it in the movie, that was cool. But yeah, by the time we got to the 3rd one, the somehow Palpatine returns, what the fuck? And then, yeah, and then also the 2nd one having the 0 lightsaber fight was like actually addictive. Like, I was like, are you serious? Like, you're gonna go so against the grain that you don't even have a lightsaber fight in Star Wars? Like, I'm like, that is just not the move. And don't get me wrong, they had a cool choreographed fight where Rey and Kylo were like fighting back to back. but there was no lightsaber fight because they were only fighting guards. Like, 2 Jedi didn't fight each other in that entire fucking movie. And I was like, that's kinda nonsense, you know?
It didn't meet my quota.
It didn't meet my quota. It's like, alright, that's cool that 2 Jedi fought other skilled fighters. Like, they were fighting the Emperor's Guard. It was cool. They had anti-lightsaber weapons, so it did kind of play out like a lightsaber duel. But it was just really fucking lame because it's like, okay, well, in the prequels, like in Revenge of the Sith, there was like, what was there, like 4 lightsaber battles? Or like 5 or 6? There was a lot. And it was like, dude. And also it's like, yeah, like in Revenge of the Sith, we didn't just watch Obi-Wan and Anakin chop up droids the entire movie. Like, they did plenty of that. But there was a bunch of lightsaber fights, you know? Because that's what a Star Wars movie is, I feel like. But yeah, that's the one thing where all of a sudden I thought about that after I saw that, like, quote, like, in like 2017 or 2018 when that came out, like, oh, there's no lightsaber fights. I'm like, oh yeah, there was. I'm like, oh wait, there wasn't. What the hell? It's 2 hours and 40-minute Star Wars movie with no lightsaber fights. Kinda wild.
Rip off.
Rip off. I will say though, that one scene that didn't qualify as a lightsaber fight in my book actually was like by far the coolest and really the only enjoyable part of the movie for me. That was the fun part. Episode 2 had the "I don't like sand" quote, the most famous one of all time. Of all time.
It's coarse.
I don't like sand.
It's irritating.
It gets everywhere. He floats her the pair with the force.
Or Princess Leia, you know, dies in space, is in space for like 20 or 30 seconds, and then wakes up, opens her eyes in space at negative 300 degrees, and then force pulls herself. Force opens the door, comes in, and then passes out.
Actually, space is not cold.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a vacuum. It's one of those things, so it's like you don't instantly die. So I guess I don't know. I'm not an expert.
Well, that takes like a minute.
Wait, hold on. Back check. I'm getting that direct sunlight in space near Earth is up to 250 degrees. Deep space / interstellar space is 2.7 Kelvin, which is negative 455 degrees Fahrenheit. Shaded areas on the dark side of the moon are about negative 150 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is very, very Earth-focused, but apparently the coldest spot, I guess, it says, in the vacuum, heat is lost via radiation, not conduction or convection. So Jake is right that it's a lot different because it's a vacuum. But I guess we could
I mean,
measure it. Boomerang Nebula is the coldest known region in the universe.
It's like, yeah. I mean, I just know that, like, yeah. Because I remember having, you know, like, you see stuff in movies and it's like, oh my god, the mask came off in space and then I froze instantly. And that's not what it would be. And I remember watching 2001: A Space Odyssey, and there's a scene where it's like he's trying to get back onto the ship, and the way in which he does that is he's like, okay, I'm gonna aim. He doesn't have a mask on. He aims himself at like the emergency entrance to the ship or something, and depressurizes his thing, and like just goes off into space and bounces around on the And I was like, oh, that's such bullshit. That's not how it would be. And then I looked it up, and it's like, oh, that is actually how it would be. That actually is more realistic than what you see in most movies. Somebody had...
Interesting. So a slightly slow death is more realistic? Like you're basically just suffocating?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's no air. But there's like a combination of things. Like, so somebody actually has... there was one astronaut who actually... I mean, they know what happens. You can look it up. I mean, it's science, you know? But it's like, there was somebody who had their glove depressurized when they were on a spacewalk. I think they were out on it with a depressurized thing for like, I don't know, like a minute or something. And I think that what happens is like your blood doesn't know which direction to go in your body or something weird. Obviously you can't breathe. There's no air, but it's like you're, I don't know, you can look it up. It's like your blood doesn't know where to go or something. And
there's also what is it called? In the International Space Station, that it's so cold that if two metals of the same metallic property, like two identical metals touch, they instantly melt together.
Not because it's cold, that's because there's no oxygen to make an oxidizing layer.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yellow.
I thought it had something to do with the temperature too.
No, it's just called cold welding.
Cold welding.
It's just like, it's hot.
So it's called
Hold on,
welding.
if it's called cold welding, why is it not have to do anything with cold? I'm getting sketched out now.
well, there's
It
like,
doesn't have to do with cold, it has to do with the absence of heat.
yeah, it's like,
You're pulling that chemistry teacher shit in sophomore year where he's like, there is no cold, there's absence of heat, you heathens.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
yeah,
remember like 10 years ago, we used limited Google abilities at that time, and it said something along the line. Like, my takeaway was I have about 30 seconds to a minute in space before I'm like fucking kaput.
yeah. I think
Like, it's
something
not
like that.
instant, but like, it definitely isn't like, you know, the amount of time Carrie Fisher had out there was like, you know, she should be like full on like a popsicle
Yeah.
dead. Or I think
Well,
more the oxygen, like, not.
I think that probably the
Yeah.
thing that would have killed her was the fact that they were rapidly decompressed into space because there was an explosion. Like, it's like, oh, there's an explosion, and then they're shot out into space. First of all, it's like, if you're getting shot out in a rapid decompression, you're not going to stop. You're just going to go out there at like 400 miles per hour, and you're going to keep going. Because nothing...
Oh, that's
there's-
right. Yeah, she like shoots out and then just like, oh,
and then
like,
just
slides
like
to a stop.
floating in space. There's no friction. You would just keep
I
going.
forgot about that.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
like, oh, she's floating for a second, then she's like, oh, I'm coming back now. It's like, yeah, she'd be the amount of time that she was passed out, she'd be like 1,500 miles away if you get her rapidly decompressed out of a
Yeah.
spaceship. Now, what they do though in these shows, though, is what they say is, and this is why they're like, there's gravity on the ships. The shields generate a like an environment around the ship. A lot of times what they say, and they say shit like, oh, the gravitational thing got hit, or the shield, like that's why whenever like another ship like enters it and they're like, oh, it entered into the shield, and that's the thing that creates the environment. So they could just say some shit like, oh, well, the shield actually created like a friction, you know, like a force field, and she like, you know, whatever, bounced off it and stopped. But if you really got blown out of it in a rapid decompression, you wouldn't stop. You would just keep going, you know? You'd be going at like some
I didn't
ridiculously,
think about that. That's funny.
you'd be going at some type of ridiculous speed. And also it's like, I mean, I don't know about the science behind like when there's a decompression in space versus like in the water, but like, you know, each part of our body is like its own part, you know? It's not like the universe doesn't care that my hand is attached to my wrist. You know what I mean? Like, So when shit happens, it's like, oh, my hand might be going this way, and then my other, my head might be going this way. Like, that's why it's funny, like, in war movies and whatever, and they're like, oh, there was an explosion, and the guy's like, I was right next to the explosion, it's like, or I got hit with a whatever, and then they're, like, still mostly together. It's like, yeah, when that stuff happens, like, yeah, so one party you might go this way, one party you might go that way. Like, bombs don't care, decompression doesn't care, physics doesn't care. So if, like, I was blown out of the ship in a rapid decompression, it's like, not all your parts are probably not gonna all be together. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the science behind it, but I do know there was, like, a really famous, it's gruesome, talking about a lot of gruesome stuff, but there were guys who were working on, like, an undersea oil rig or something like that, and they experienced a decompression, and I don't know the science behind it, like, they say, like, whatever, atmospheres, yada yada, but, like, because they have to, like, suck all the, I don't know, I don't do this stuff, I'm not an engineer, but the point is
pressure is a hell of a thing. It does some pretty scary stuff.
I mean, they were lucky to recover, like, a couple of inch by inch chunks of these guys, like,
yeah, like a full-sized man went through a 2-inch gap to figure that one out.
Yeah, like, and it's instant, as near to, it's the same thing, like, with that sub, from however many years ago, that submarine that
Ocean Gate.
Yeah, like, it is kind of funny that they were like, oh, well, they're like, well, maybe it's just, like, floating and it lost communications. I'm like, yeah, if you're in a deep sea submarine, there's only two things. You're either alive and everything's fine, or everyone's dead. Like, there is no, like, well, maybe this thing stopped working, or, like, it's like, if anything stopped working, that means they're all dead. I mean, there's probably cases where, yeah, the comms went off or something, but there's not a lot of room for error when you're talking about crush depth stuff.
Yeah, just instant explosion. The other really crazy delta pressure video I saw was a crab that got sucked through a crack in a pipe.
Oh, wow.
Just like a 2-millimeter crack, and an entire crab got sucked through it.
Yeah, and it did just, like, come out the other side like a little spray of dust or something.
No, there was no other side of the pipe, but yeah, it was just gone like magic.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is wild. That is wild. It is crazy. Speaking of which, not even a pressure thing, or I guess kind of a pressure thing, how octopuses can go in tiny little gaps and just, like, squeeze their body through it because they don't have bones and stuff. That's wild. I've seen them squeeze through cracks on boats, not in person, but in videos, and I'm just like, that is, like, basically, maybe not as thin as a pencil, but pretty close to it. Like, probably less than an inch, less than a couple inches thick at most, and it's a pretty big octopus, and it's just squeezing through it. An octopus.
I heard a story. They put an octopus in a container with a screw-on lid. The octopus unscrewed the container to get out.
No way, really?
Oh,
They're like a skateboard.
There's a bunch of they've been doing a bunch of stuff with octopuses that they can. There's been a lot of stuff they've been doing with them lately, where, like, they can use tools. They can, like, figure shit out. I mean, it's as close to having an alien race to us on Earth as there is, and having an intelligent alien species. They're unbelievable.
And we pages.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing that's wild about it, which is part of the reason why it's like, I mean, because like all the other things that we consider to be like intelligent or kind of like on our level, it's all mammals, right? And we're all, in a broader sense, we're pretty similar, you know, to the other mammals. Like we do most of the shit the same way to other mammals. Octopi are it's like they're basically aliens. I mean, they really are on the totally opposite evolutionary side. And the other thing that's wild about it is like I think their neurons, like their brain matter, it's like all over their body. Like they've got like neurons in their arms or something. Like, I don't know, just... But yeah, they can like, and they're same thing with like birds, like crows. It's like all this stuff about crows now that they didn't know. Like they have funerals. They talk to each other about. They can recognize like people and faces, and they talk to. Oh shit! I was supposed to do something this time. They can recognize people, and they talk shit about them apparently. They have their little crow funerals. When I was teaching ethics, and then there was a chapter, I mean, it was like, you know, which, I mean, I believe in it. You know, I believe in, like, animal rights and welfare stuff, and I believe that we mostly mistreat animals and stuff. And I was showing a video, and it was just like, oh yeah, here's a video. It was a crow took a jar lid. It was like on a snowy roof, and it took a lid to the top of the roof, and it stood on it and slid down it like a sled. And then it took it back up to the top and did it again, I think. Just for fun. Are you talking, Robert? I don't...
No, sorry. It's my teammates calling out commands.
Oh, I got you.
I'm dead. Don't worry. Sorry. I'm
Anyway.
dead. I'm dead already.
Yeah.
I need it. Sorry.
Anyway, there's just like a bunch of cool shit. And yeah, the octopi are really interesting.
It's funny. They're like, oh yeah, it's like I was like, no, like that is kind of like the closest thing to like an advanced alien species we have here.
Yeah. And they're also, I think they mostly live like totally isolated. They don't have like social, you know, stuff. They've got those ones that can camouflage instantly. They've got the...
Well, that's what they thought, but then all of a sudden they found, like, I thought recently in the last, like, couple of years or something like that, or I forget what it was exactly, they found finally, like, a whole nesting place of some sort of either octopus or squid. I think octopus. And they were like, oh, we didn't know they did this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's wild.
They're like, yeah, we always thought that maybe they did, but, like, we've never found it. Like, we finally did. Like...
That's why I do think it's funny that somebody gets like so obsessed with the idea that, oh, maybe they're so obsessed with the idea that there's aliens or something. It's like, dude, you don't even care about the stuff that's here, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's like
there is life.
Yeah,
there is other life.
Yeah, there's already life. Some of it we like don't even know that much about. And you already don't care about it. Like, so why do you care so much about aliens? Supposed to do.
I've been loving having a wireless mouse and keyboard. It's been nice.
Nice.
officially upgraded. Winning.
I actually don't know what I'm supposed to do right now. Send Toad to the bunker. Gardener's land and send him to the bunker. Escort him to the gardener's lab.
Yo-ho!
I guess I muted myself. Yo, what's up, guys? Johnny showed up.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't hear you. Hey, Johnny.
What's up, Jake? How you doing, bro?
Doing good. Just been super busy.
Yeah. Hope it's all good in the hood.
Yeah. Law school, army stuff, yada yada. Dude, aren't you like a
Nice.
rocket scientist now or something?
You can say that, I guess.
It's wild.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of like building like motors for like missiles and like aerospace applications and stuff. So it's been pretty good, pretty chill. Yeah.
Nothing could be more chill than the industry of aerospace engine design. I can't think of a lower stakes industry.
For real. You wouldn't believe it, but there's not much more of a chill job than that. So
I guess.
That's fun.
I guess.
I was like, oh, right?
Sure, I think designing moped engines might be a little more chill. A little more low stakes. Oh no, my moped is slow and I crashed into a mailbox in my moped. Okay, whatever, it doesn't matter.
For real. I think aerospace engineer is up there with chillness of neurosurgeon and open heart surgeon. Very, very low risk, you know, very high room for messing up. I'm super chill with that. It is wild though. He told me about some pretty cool systems that they have for like, you know, there's like a million different like nuts and bolts and things that could go on to different things he's building, and telling me that he's telling me there's like a computerized system that like is like, yep, you need a 10 millimeter bolt of this gauge, or that's what it sounded like. So it literally makes it like, all right, you can only put the right thing on, or at least that's what it makes it sound like. Which is actually very nice. So you're not stressing out about it as much.
Yeah, but when you put in the wrong shit, then it goes wrong very quick.
Okay. Does it put the wrong thing on?
Oh, you're talking about the automated facility?
Or that's what you're telling me about, yeah.
That's
Oh, so you can't put the wrong thing on and be like,
sure there's a lot of fuck-ups, but in that facility, like, they honestly have it pretty automated.
yeah. I'm surprised they don't do that at your facility as well.
Yeah, but, like, on their facility, they're making a lot of high volume and only a few amount of projects when we're doing a lot of low quantity and, like, very separate projects.
Oh yeah, didn't you say you're sometimes doing like the testing stuff, or yeah, kind of doing? That's actually really interesting.
But if you're gonna be making like 1,000 or 3,000 of one motor or one, unit,
Yeah.
you might as well try to automate it. Whereas we're only making a couple hundred, so it's like you can spend all this money trying to automate it, but it's better if it's only gonna be used a couple times.
Interesting. That is pretty cool.
Depends on what you're doing. But in our facility, no, unfortunately, we're not.
Gotcha.
Not really.
That's awesome though. That's kind of cool that you get to do like the kind of like more like speculative, or not speculative, but like kind of like cutting edge stuff. It's like, all right, you gotta test this out before we bring it to our full production. That is cool. That's nice. So you can chill for a second. I'm downloading this thing. Hopefully I have enough space. I downloaded World of Warcraft to play with Tom. I have space. We'll see. I'm trying to find the helmet for you. I think it's back in this pile.
Is Robert on right now?
Yeah, I'm right now.
Alright. I started playing some Ark, bro.
I'm fucking rocking this right now.
Yeah.
Rocking in these hopes.
I'm playing Luigi's Mansion. Really killing it.
What's that game about?
You're Luigi, and you have a vacuum attached to your back, and you use it to capture ghosts
Oh, very nice.
in a mansion.
Okay.
It's an adult game. It's
Sounds
not.
like it.
It's not.
Pornographic.
Sounds like it. Oh, dope, you got it. That's quick.
Located the bag. I had a pink one upstairs that I was gonna offer to you if I couldn't find this one, but I did end up locating this one. I guess I put in my ski stuff over
Oh,
here.
yeah, that's usually goggles.
Yeah, it clips onto the goggles on the back. You have goggles?
Yeah, somewhere.
Okay, because I have goggles too if you need them, but you definitely can't scratch them. They're the nice ones that are like $20. Oh man. And if you scratch them, they kind of become useless.
Do you have them back there too right now?
Yeah, do you want some?
Can I just take it? But I'm gonna look for mine.
Yeah, wait, where are you going?
Steamboat and Copper Mountain in Colorado.
Oh, kid, are you going to visit Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think you mentioned this. I think you did mention this.
Yo, I think I have a pair in my closet. I just did not look. So.
Yeah, no pulling any bullshit on me. I always pride myself in taking good care of my ski goggles. Okay, these actually already have one or two tiny little things. Don't be scuffing them more than they are.
Yeah, I'm gonna chill with that.
These ones are decent ones. I actually do have some fire-ass ones, but these are just some, like, decent ones. They'll get you right.
Yeah,
Helmets stick, too. I'm taking a couple falls in it, though. Hopefully it's still got some protection. I think it probably does. It's a nice one. I can give you the pink one, too, if you want. I think it's fine. I'm more joking about the falls thing. I've definitely taken falls in it, but
Oh no, I'm expecting myself to fall. I'm just not sure if I'm gonna fall to the
yeah, no, I
on
get
the
that.
play with me.
Yeah,
One's good enough.
yeah, for sure. I was gonna say it was in pretty darn good shape the last time I used it. It's actually really nice.
Is it adjustable?
Yeah, it's got the adjustable clip on the back. It's got this thing. He's got that. You can take the thing off on the back. That was keep it. Yeah, no, it actually is a nice helmet. I got it back in like COVID 2020. I think it was actually like a $50 or $60 helmet. I took it pretty serious because I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna fall. So I kind of fucking suck at this.
Yeah, when you're in your skiing days like that.
Yeah, I'm still in my skiing days. So I started taking it slower.
Yeah, I'm pretty you're going a lot more often.
Yeah, I was going like constantly.
You went skiing a lot? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like a pro or something, but I was definitely going to the local Midwestern ski resorts like probably a good like 4 times a year, if not more.
I like it if you specify that's Midwestern though, so that we all know that there was only like 8 different routes.
Yeah,
it was like 5.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I did the Black Diamonds. I honestly did learn like real skiing skills, like that probably would transfer to a full-size mountain out west. I've just never got the chance to go out west. I fucking name dropped. I know you're just going with your brother. I'm not talking about you, but I name dropped it to my buddy that goes to Colorado every fucking winter with his like buddies or with just anyone that'll go, and I kept dropping it to him to be like, dude, like I've been training, I'm ready. He bro just never invited me. Yeah, I was gonna say this might be the one year I'm actually glad I'm not going, just because I'm like basically just locking in for the Japan trip and paying off the rest of the school bill, but yeah, I actually would love to do it in the future. I'm a very big skier. How many ski sets I have, and yeah, I'm just pumped up.
The link one?
Yep. Oh wait, the Fisher or the other one? Oh yeah, I do have that. Yeah, the triangle. I have like titanium downhill racing skis as well. Those things are fucking crazy. And then I have like really shitty boots, or at least shitty, I guess, by competition racing ski standards. And the guy at the ski shop literally goes like, dude, like you're gonna use those boots? Like they're only like 2 strap or 3 strap. I'm like, is that bad? He's like, I mean, you can use them, but he's like, you're basically putting like I think he said something like you're putting Toyota Camry brakes on a Bugatti or something, or like, you're basically having like a fucking supercar, and then then having like a core component of it be like, like stock car quality. Like he's basically like, yeah, like just be careful, bro. And I know what he means because I could feel those boots like bending sometimes as I'm like taking a hard turn. I'm like. But they've served me well so far. But yeah, I'll yield the table of conversation though. We've been talking a lot about skiing for this stream.
Yeah, Cam was just talking about how you guys forgot to go skiing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do need to go skiing.
Who didn't invite who now, Danny?
Yeah, it's for real. Hey, I can't say officially though. I didn't go this year at all, so it's not like I didn't go. I'm not cool. I didn't go at all.
What a creepy doll.
Jake, did you get the invite to Japan?
Yeah, I got the invite, and I gave it a look-see about going. It's just a little too. Well, I've got like a trip planned with my parents and brother and stuff around the same time, and then other stuff besides class, and it's a big trip. I would have really liked to go.
I was gonna say I heard that was literally the Disney, and I was like, no, that actually sounded really cool. Like I hate that it was the same exact week, so that it's like, all right, well, now you know. Now you kind of had your hand forced, or whatever they say.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think it. I was telling you, I mean, we had so much fun on the Peru trip, and I was telling them, I was like, we should try and do like a big, at least like a big trip like every year, you know, or something.
Yeah, I agree, and it's like you don't even need to take like a crazy amount of PTO. It's like 1 week of PTO and a full week trip. I mean, 1 week is a little short for Europe, but like in 2 weeks, it's like yeah, you're golden. You know, even a week and a couple days, it's like you know you do a 9-day trip. That's still enough to feel like you did pretty good. You did what, an 8-day trip or 9-day trip to Italy? On like an extended Thanksgiving break or something weird in like 2024, right? Okay, so yeah, like an extended week, and yeah, you did a lot of stuff. I was gonna say I won't stop name dropping family members and their location, but also some undisclosed people that live abroad. I've been trying to heavily align my schedule to go visit them at some point, because the last time or two I've been invited, really the last like time, it's just come at like an extremely inconvenient time for me, where I'm like in the middle of my school semester, and I'm excuse me, and I'm just like, dog, like, you know, you're inviting me somewhere from like October 14th to October, you know, 19th, like it's like that's. I guess I won't have that problem anymore soon when I have a normal career, but I'm like, dog, like that's the middle of my semester, like that's not gonna work.
The L board.
Yeah. L and C. Two travelers. Why can I not see this thing I just downloaded? No, get fucking later. Oh, there it is, Docker Desk. I'll mess with it. Actually, you know what, I'll try and finish this. Nah, you're good. You can roll around wherever it's comfortable.
Yeah, but Jake, Japan isn't that big of a trip, bro. Stuff to do.
Oh yeah, he wants to do it. He just got hit with some kind of scheduling complications.
I want to. Definitely would have liked to go. But it would be cool to.
You could go. You go full businessman status, go for like 4 days, and come back. No, that wouldn't be worth it though.
I mean, if you guys had like an agenda and you're like, oh yeah, we're gonna be here, we're gonna do Tokyo the last like, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to overcommit to something, because I was planning on doing summer classes. That's another reason why, is because the summer classes are like, you can only miss like 1 or 2 or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say those are notorious for moving very fast. In community college, I had this counselor that was a complete fucking asshole, like forced me into doing a summer class when I completely did not need to. I took so many AP classes in high school. I was like basically a semester ahead of everyone else. But she like forced me into doing summer classes. I'm like, I have a boat for the first time. Like I do a lot of traveling. Like really isn't a good idea. And she's like, oh, it's online. It'll be easy. It'll be no problem. And then it was like, yeah, then it was like a fucking like something ridiculous, like a chemistry lab or something. Or yeah, it was like one of the most complex classes you can take over the summer.
Yeah.
And I just got totally fucked. I was like, oh my god. I know.
Chemistry, I feel like that's the worst class you could take at community college level in the summer. Like, that's definitely the worst one.
Yeah, it's like she was just trying to fucking, like, troll me or something. I was like, damn. Like, it's like, yo, like, the community college classes in the summer are supposed to be, like, super chill, like, fucking 4-hour-a-week classes that you just take to save some money. Like, goddamn. And it was pre-AI/ChatGPT, so I couldn't just be like, fuck this shit, I'm just gonna like submit AI work or something. Not that I do that, but like, if I was that disgruntled, it wasn't even an option. I just had to fucking lock it or whatever.
Do you guys know that Do you guys know that meme of like the puppet that's doing the side eye?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So I was.
Yeah, look.
It was like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago at Georgetown, and we're doing the. It's an AI in national security class, and the professor's like, we're just talking yada yada, and the professor's like, so has anybody ever like put an article in ChatGPT and like had it, you know, read it for you? And nobody said anything. And I just posted in the group chat, I was like, professor asks if anybody's used AI to read an article, and then it was like, and the class is like, side, like Muppet side eye or whatever the meme is.
Oh yeah, the Bernie, Ernie or whatever.
Well, it's like this. I don't know what it is. It's like this little monkey.
I think it is Ernie. It's one of them. Yeah.
It's like a monkey, and he's.
Big T
It's
runs.
like a Mexican puppet show.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
you'd know it if you saw it. The meme.
No, we all know what you're talking about. I know that like exact meme where he's kind of like he's kind of got his head like slightly turned. He's just looking at us like, what's this? What the fuck is this? And he's like just sitting. The other guy's like completely oblivious. It's just like stone faced.
I posted it in the class group chat, and people started like laughing in class a little bit, like.
That's
What?
funny.
AI can read articles? Wow, this is such an unethical thing that I would never do.
That's so funny. It's like, yeah, I totally don't use that for skimming the article, so it takes like quarters long.
I mean, there was like a guy in one of my classes who was like an analyst, and he was just like, oh yeah, he just freaking has AI, like when they're like, oh, we need a report on like this or whatever, he just has AI generated, just turns it in, doesn't even check it. That was like a year and a half ago or something, 2 years ago. And
That's wild.
yeah, when I say analyst, I'm talking about like an intelligence analyst.
Oh, yeah, that's like really, really bad.
Like a contractor or something.
That's crazy. So they basically just paid a contractor for like a matter of national safety, and he's just like turning in ChatGPT outputs.
Bro, I had a job as a contractor, and I can't go into like whatever about it, but it was equivalent to like copying a number into an Excel spreadsheet like every hour. Like that was what I did for like 5 minutes. You'd be amazed at some of the things that people get paid. I mean, there's a lot of jobs where people are just, I mean, in a way it's kind of a necessary job, but there's a lot of night watchman type jobs where it's like, oh, we just need somebody to like stare at the status screen and then call in the help if something goes wrong, you know? 'Cause
Yeah, that's fair. Where they're like, yeah, that's worth our money just to have someone literally monitoring that 24/7.
Yeah, I mean, I had a job like that in Indianapolis. The emergency services thing where it was like, oh yeah, you're like the IT guy for like the night, and it's like, oh yeah, if the frickin' blinking thing turns red, call somebody. if the blinking thing if it's turning red and it doesn't fix itself in like 5 minutes, you gotta call somebody. I mean, there was more to it than that, but there was other
Yeah, is there a
things.
stacker on the back? Oh yeah, you can take it off. I'm surprised that sticker made it that long.
I also had to like program police radios and stuff like that. But the point is that there was a lot of, there's a lot of stuff like that.
Nice.
There's a lot of not work out there.
Yeah, I remember when I was like, oh yeah, like a couple weeks ago, I'm like, oh yeah, isn't the military like, you're just constantly getting your ass kicked with like the hardest work ever, and you're like, no. And I remember you were basically like, yeah, the brothers and sisters out there fucking fighting for us, grinding their ass off, but you're like, there is some downtime.
It's like, I mean, one of the most famous I don't know if it was like Napoleon or somebody, but it was like war, or if it was, I don't know if he said it was war or being a soldier, but it's like, it's long stretches of intense boredom punctuated by extreme terror or something like that. And although I'm not in the business of the terror part for the most part, like, or at all anymore, like, it's kind of like that just in terms of like work, where you're like, oh, like, there's nothing to do, and then somebody's like, oh, by the way, like, we need this now, you know, or like somebody screwed this up. Or
yeah,
like,
things can speed up in a big hurry.
Or you're doing maybe not the hardest work, but it's like super dumb and unnecessary, but somebody said you had to do it, so you have to do it. I guess you could say that's the other curse of it.
That definitely sounds a lot like the way they portray it in the movie, where they're like, yeah, like, you have to abide by these orders, or, like, face pretty serious repercussions, or be like court-martialed or whatever. Can, like, a disobedience that's, like, more of, like, a business / like, peacetime thing, like, where you just, like, half-ass your job or something, is that illegal? Or is that more just, like, a more, like, small penalty thing?
I mean, I don't know, I'm not active duty, so, like, I haven't really had to, like, punish people a whole lot. Because you, like, in the reserves, it's like, you want to punish somebody or whatever, like, the main thing you do is you just don't pay them. They're like, oh, I showed up for a day, but they didn't do what they were supposed to do. And you're like, okay, well, we're not going to let you get paid, or something like that. Or, you might, but, yeah, like, the last time somebody was executed for, like, not doing stuff, or was executed for, what do you call it? What is it when they abandon?
Dereliction of duty.
Yeah, dereliction of duty, but specifically when they, like, God, what is it called? When they, like, leave. When they, like, are freaking, like, try to leave the army while they're in the army. Like, they're like...
Going AWOL?
Yeah, it's going AWOL.
Desertion?
Desertion. Thank you. I think the last deserter was killed in, like, was executed in World War II. So it's... I don't know. Don't do a lot.
I'm surprised it was that far along.
And it wasn't very common. I think there was, like, literally, it was like this one guy got executed for being a deserter, and most don't. But, I got no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah, he's on a stream, Johnny, if you want to, give him some love. Actually, speaking of which, I'll be on the stream, too.
No, it's okay. I was about to get off probably soon.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of semi-stuck right now anyway. Stuck in this children's game. No, it's just like...
What are you playing, Johnny, if you want to see it?
Yeah.
I'll be down downloading this in a second.
The other thing is, like, at least I think it's affected me over the course of time. I mean, I don't know if this, like, just got input into me, like, because of, like, whatever, basic training, combination of officer candidate school, but it's like, I don't know, I still feel like, even though it was, like, 11 years ago, it's like, I don't know, maybe it had, like, a big impact on my confidence in, like, what I was doing, and where you're like, you just never, like, I never feel like I'm doing a good job, so as soon as it's like somebody's telling me something, I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing a good job, or I'm doing bad, or, like, whatever. Maybe that was there before that, but I don't know. Like, it's like, I feel like every single year, I feel like I get more stressed about less stuff. It's kind of weird to explain, I guess.
Like you just become more at peace.
No, I'm more stressed.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I thought it was like getting better or something.
No.
Smoke and forget about it.
Yeah, that'll help me in the army. That'll take care of it real quick. Johnny's like, I got just the solution. I know exactly how to handle that federal. If federal work is getting you down, I know exactly what will nip that stress right out.
Yeah.
Smoke a joint. Show up for the urine test. Your problems will be solved. No more army, no more government.
Okay, thank you.
I also, like, when I joined, I was like, I would have had, like, not that I, like, had it in my mind that I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be, like, a general someday, but I definitely was like, oh, I'm gonna do as much as I can for as long as I can. And now, maybe I'm at this, like, midpoint of, like, ugh, but I'm like, now my attitude is more like, I want to do as little as I can for as short as I can. Maybe not as little, like, I don't want to do a bad job, but I don't want to, like, I want to get to 20 years and then I want to stop. That's my attitude right now. But that.
Are you planning on staying in DC for the whole of
yeah.
year?
I mean, that's certainly, like, the way it's shaping up now. I'll probably be, I mean, I'm going to be in DC, I guess, unless I decide to quit my current degree program, and it'll be another, like, 4 years. But I don't know, I don't think I really like it here very much, but that also could be because I don't really have time to do anything but what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah, because my cousin is actually also in the army thing and trying to get up to the 20 years. Although I wouldn't be surprised if he already has it.
Is he active?
I know he was in Hawaii, and then now he's in Great Britain. So
It's probably active duty.
I think active.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a...
But yeah, hitting that 20 mark is definitely my goal, like everyone.
I mean, yeah, I think, like, he just gets, you know, you get tired of the bullshit.
Yeah.
And I don't even think it's, like, people think it's really hard. I don't think it's that hard. I think it's something else. I think it's just, like, about certain components of the stress of it, of, like, having to deal with something dumb, you know, happening.
Yeah.
Wasn't like the getting called out to new places kind of rough, where you have to like move across the country? I've heard that can be hard on like families and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like the active duty guys, like, I'm not active duty, but like they literally like kind of, I know somebody here who is, I knew for some time, and like they kind of like wait. They're like, oh yeah, I'm waiting for what my next assignment's gonna be. Oh yeah, now I'm going to Alaska. I'm going to Hawaii. I'm going to Oklahoma. You know, like I think they can put in like a priority list, and I think the decision might get made based on maybe like merit / other stuff. But yeah, they're like, okay, you're going here. You know, enjoy the next 3 years, and where's the one that nobody wants to go to? I think it's in Oklahoma somewhere. Fort Sill or something. Like,
I heard that one in 29 Palms, California is up there for being the one that no one wants to go to because there's nothing near there.
I think it's worst army base. Let's see. I want to say Fort Sill. Oh, I think it's Polk. Fort Polk. Yeah, I think I hear that one too. Worst studio station.
Google worst.
It says Fort
Johnny's watching the gameplay right now.
Fort Polk, Fort Irwin, Fort Drum, because of the cold winters. That's where the mountain's at, I think. 20th Mountain, or whatever it's called. Oh, they renamed Fort Hood. I didn't realize that. Fort Cavazos?
Type in the chat, Ben. Say something.
Ain't the hood no more.
Yeah,
Fort Hood. You have to.
well, John Bell Hood was a Confederate general. I guess they didn't name it back, because they named a lot of the ones they changed back when Trump got reelected. Well, actually, they did the Ultimate Troll, so there's a one that I go to frequently, because it's where like some of the stuff's at, and like is Fort Gordon. So Fort, like whatever, Gordon was some Confederate guy. Then they changed it to Fort Eisenhower. But they changed it back to Gordon, but they were like, no, we named it after a different Gordon. we named it after, like, I mean, which is fine, but they named it, like, it's just like kind of a troll, you know? Like, you're like, oh no, it's not that Gordon, it's a different Gordon. They named it after a guy who got the Medal of Honor for the Battle of Mogadishu. Black Hawk Down, that movie.
Oh damn.
He was one of the guys that went to rescue the downed pilots, I think.
You wanna go hit the B-boy?
Yeah, I'm down. I was gonna say I'm just finished up with this. I need to make some space on my computer. I'm just getting overwhelmed.
Alright, guys, I think I'm gonna take off for the night.
Alright.
Oh, sure. Guten Nacht. It was fun hanging out.
Yeah, it's great talking to you guys. Talk again soon. We should try to, like, maybe we can catch something if people have got it in them to do a trip later in the year. Maybe we can go to Spain.
I was gonna say Spain would be cool.
I'm sure there's probably not enough room there.
Oh.
We might have to get our own hotel rooms and stuff like that, but
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
or rent a Airbnb or something, but it would be cool.
I would like to go to Spain. I would like to see me some Spanish ladies. Because what I'm seeing on the internet, if the internet's totally true, they are extremely attractive.
Yes, if the internet is
Yeah,
totally true.
If there's one thing I know about the internet, it never lies.
Yep, it's always true.
If there's one thing I know you can trust about the internet, it's that all the portrayals of women are 100% accurate. Yep.
They're like a mix of European and Latino, though. It just makes sense.
No, I'm lucky trying to go to Lebanon. Check out the vibes over there.
Lebanon. Oh yeah, didn't you say the Lebanese women were like really hot or something?
See
And
if
you
that
like,
rumor is true as well.
The rumors about the Lebanese.
Well, no, it said so. I was in Dubai, and it said that they're the most attractive Arab race. Well, the Lebanese chicks.
I believe that they are baddies.
So
I feel
yeah,
like
maybe New Year's in Lebanon. That might be the vibe.
Yeah.
Might just be the vibe.
I'm gonna get 6 wives.
Actually, the Quranic limit is 4.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, 4 will just.
But the thing is, you need to pay them equally.
Yeah, you can't like pick favorites. I
Yeah,
heard.
you can't pick favorites. So make sure they're all equally as bad, because then you won't mind.
That is funny.
And they can ask for like, I forget the name of it, but they can ask for anything before you marry them.
Damn.
And like, if you don't do it, then you can't marry them.
Well, that's
Kinda
just
crazy.
women everywhere, Johnny.
No, it's like literally a thing. It's
I'm
like
just kidding.
I forget the name of the wish, but it's like the wish that gets the approval for marriage. But that is everywhere, Jake. I do agree.
Yeah. They're always asking for stuff.
They're definitely always in your ear bitching about something.
Funny as fuck.
It's just the Spanish. They're like a mix of Europeans and Latinas. Some might say they're the original Latinas.
For real, they might be. They might be. You gotta have the indigenous mix in to count as Latina, though.
Like, what if there was a place? Where did those Spanish people come from?
That's that indigenous blend, though. It's the indigenous and the Spanish blend. That's where you're getting the magic.
I can't tell if you sound like a Nazi or a coffee barista.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I'm leaning more like coffee barista.
Cool it, Himmler. They also had a taste for the South American.
That is true.
You know, all the Nazis, they moved to South America.
Moved to Argentina, yeah. I'm just showing one love over here.
I'm sure that all of the world's people can show beauty in their own ways. There's no need to.
Except for